So the basic thing with perpetual and periodic to remember is with perpetual, everything relating your stock goes into the trading stock T account. Okay? But in the periodic, everything relating stock is not necessarily in one T account. They have different T's for it. Okay? Sure. So in perpetual, we'll have trading stock and we'll have cost of sales. In periodic, let me just make it a bit bigger. In periodic, I'll have purchases, carriage on purchases, customs. Can you see? All of that is what I usually did in the trading stock. Okay? So, in the trading stock, I had an opening balance. So you can basically see purchases is your trading stock less carriage and customs and cost of sales. So in other words, purchases will also have a debit balance, debit balance, debit balance. Because these three together is equal to the trading stock without cost of sales. Okay, I'm just going to do that. Without cost of sales. You guys get me? So now when I buy, I can buy cash, I can buy credit, I can buy petty cash. So the same goes here. Purchases. I can buy cash, I can buy credit, I can buy petty cash. Same goes for carriage. I can pay cash, I can do it on credit, or I can pay it from the petty cash. Same goes for customs, but customs won't be credit. Customs, you do it cash. It's usually that. Okay, or petty cash. Can you see? So all of this is now done separately, where in trading stock, it was all done as one. You guys sharp. Now I can also have a return. So I have a creditors control here, which is a return. This is the CJ, this is the CAJ. The same with purchases. Okay. And obviously in some cases you can claim back carriage or customs as well. Then it would be the same principle. Creditors would go to the credit side. Okay? What else can I do in trading stock? Donations and drawings. You see? So, in purchases, donations and drawings. You see? So, now, extra comes my cost of sales. So I can have a cost of sales, cost of sales, cost of sales. Trading stock, trading stock, trading stock. CRJ, DJ, DAJ. Can you see? Nowhere in periodic is there a way for me to calculate this through T's. Okay? So now what they do is they calculate it by doing a little calculation. Can you see how good that works? You calculate it through a calculation where they say the opening stock, in other words, my stock take that I did last, plus the purchases. Remember that purchases is after everything has been done here, ne? Okay? Plus carriage, plus customs, less closing stock. In other words, my last stock take. So this was available to sell. This is what was not sold. So that gives me cost of sales. Can you see the difference? Okay. You guys with me? This one, I keep track of my cost of sales every day. This one, I calculate an approximate cost of sales with every stock tank. This one isn't an accurate cost of sales because I do not know if stuff went missing or if stuff is, I don't know if everything's been sold because it could be that the owner took stock and never told us. But now, because I didn't know that the owner took stock, I'm going to assume that that stock was sold. You guys get me? Okay. So now when I get to my closing transfers, is this helping you? When we get to the closing transfers, the perpetual trading account is much easier because I've got my sales and I got my cost of sales and my profit and loss. The trading account in the periodic is the same. I've got my sales, I've got my cost of sales, and I got my profit and loss. What's the problem now? I don't have a cost of sales T account. So I need to make a plan. So what I do now is I import this calculation inside the trading account. Okay? So I'm going to put my opening, my purchases, my carriage, my customs, and my closing. Can you see? So I do the cost of sales calculation inside the trading account. So that's the difference between the two. Okay? So if I were to do an AOL, if I did an AOL for buy stock, perpetual, can I move it up? This side is perpetual, Perpetual is going to be trading stock, let's say bank or creditors, assets plus minus. Periodic, I can't use trading stock. I'm going to say purchases, bank. Now purchases is an equity because it's an expense. If I pay customs, I pay customs. Now I'm going to say trading stock, bank, plus minus. Can you see? Customs and stock are both seen as trading stock. But in this one, I'm going to name it. I'm going to say customs and bank. Assets minus, equity minus. Can you see? Now, it's two separates. I'm just splitting it. You guys understand the thing of this? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do question 2 and I'm going to show you the two different methods. So for periodic, they want purchases and trading account. I want to know, do you want me to do them simultaneously? I do trading stock and purchases together, that you can see how they look, and then I do the trading accounts together so you can compare. Or do you want me to do periodic first and then perpetual together? Okay. Can I vote together? Okay. We do them separate. Here we go. Periodic. So this is the one you're going to study from. So periodic, I got my purchases and I got my trading account. Trading account, immediately I write down my format. My format says opening stock, purchases, carriage on purchases, customs, profit and loss, sales, closing stock. Okay, so what do they give me? They give me here, they say stock on hand. Can you see they give me the stock on hand and the stock at the end? So they give me the opening and they give me the closing. Everybody sharp. The moment you feel you don't know what I'm saying, stop me, that we breathe and go through it. Okay, credit invoices issued. Now, an invoice that's issued is a DJ, so it's sales. So my sales is 180. Okay. Next one. Credit notes issued to customers, meaning we're talking a duplicate credit note. I know I skipped one. Let me first go back. Total cash sales 270. Credit notes issued, this is a DAJ, eh? So DAJ means it makes my sales less. Debit notes issued. So this is a duplicate debit note. So this is us returning stock, né? So it's a CAJ. So my purchases will get less because I am sending back stock. Everybody with me? I hear whispers. Credit invoices received. So credit invoice received is when I am buying on credit. Ne? 150. Goods bought and paid. That would be bank. 210. Carriage on purchases. So carriage on purchases goes here. Carriage on sales is a normal expense, nothing to do with the stock. Stock taken by the owner is drawings. Okay. Everybody fine with where I put the stuff?
So where would you put the carriage on sales?
It's a normal expense. So carriage on sales would be a T account carriage on sales. And it's an expense, bank, 15,000, and I would close it to profit and loss. Does that make sense? It's a nominal, it's an expense. Purchases is also a nominal, it's also expense. It's just purchases influence the cost of sales. Carriage on purchases influence the cost of sales. Why? Because it's part of the product that I'm selling. Carriage on sales does not influence the cost price. Because I might deliver to her, but I don't deliver to him, so I cannot include it in the price he pays. Okay. So now let's close off. This goes to the trading account. How much? So that's 360, 354, 353, 100. Okay. Now customs, what is my sales? 447. Now I close to profit and loss. How much? Okay. Now we're going to do exactly the same transactions, perpetual. So always remember, your sales and your purchases is always your cash. Every transaction is cash and credit. So that one is my credit sales and this one is my cash sales. So together it gives me my total sales. Yes. Is wrong. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so let's do perpetual. So with perpetual, is that why you're not writing? But not now, ne? First this. So perpetual, they want me to do, ooh, where's my question paper? Okay. They want me to do trading stock and the trading account. But I want us to please also do cost of sales. Trading stock, cost of sales, trading account. So the trading account format now is sales, cost of sales, profit and loss. Okay. So now, if I look, first thing they give me is stock on hand the 1st of March. That's my trading stock opening balance. Right? The stock on hand, the end of the year, is my closing balance, meaning next year's opening. You guys with me? You must talk if you are not with me. Now they say credit invoices issued. That is sales. Does sales go in the trading stock? But what does go in there? Cost of sales. So I'm going to have a cost of sales for the DJ, and I need to calculate it. And it's 180 times 100. Did they give me a marker? 25%. Times 125 gives me cost of sales how much? 1440. And that goes here in cost of sales. Huh? What must I do? You can see it's trading stock. Oh, I see that too. Okay. Better. Okay, next one. Cash sales. Same principle. Cash sales, but I've got cost of sales. Sorry. CRJ. And that would be 270 times 100 over 125. And that gives me what? 216. And that goes in here. Then I've got credit notes issued. Oh, and the sales I must remember goes here. Nay, the 180 plus the 270. And this is going to be exactly the same as periodic. Okay, it's not going to be different. Okay, next one. Credit notes issued. Yes?
Can you please slow down a bit? I don't know how you got the cost of sales. Those amounts there that you got.
Okay,
Can
so
you
I
please
take
repeat?
the sales and I work out the cost of sales like in grade 9.
What sales are you taking?
That's the credit sales and that's the cash sales.
Okay.
I got it here. If you look here, they say total cash sales 270. So to get the cost of sales, I say 100 over 100 plus the marker. What's the marker? They tell me there 25%. So it's 125. And that one will be the same, the credit sales. Can I see someone else still struggling with that? You guys sharp. If you don't talk, I go on. So, next one. Credit note, so we established that's a DAJ, right? So it makes my sales less and it makes my stock more. Cost of sales, DAJ, ne? So it will be 3,000 times 100 over 125, and that gives me a cost price of 2,400. Can I see, is there anybody still lacking behind? Okay. Now, debit notes issued or received credit notes from the supplier. So that's creditors allowance, ne? They send it back. Creditors control, CAJ, 6,000. You guys with me? Anybody behind? So then I've got credit invoices received. So that will be bank 150. That's what we bought. Ne? Goods bought and paid. Am I wrong? This is credit invoices. Sorry. Invoices is 150. CJ, why aren't you correcting me? Okay, I don't know how to do the bank. Bank CPJ. So my thing is always, I see goods paid and bought, and then I put in 210 in the final column. And then later on I see, oh, there was carriage as well. So you can either say this bank is the goods paid for and the carriage of 30 gives me 240. But it will not be wrong if you write bank 210, bank 30, separate. It will not be wrong. I just want to know that, number one, you know to put it in the trading stock. Number two, you know to put it on the debit side. So if you show it separate or together, no problem. You don't see the journal in front of you. Okay. Sharp. So you can now see if we say, and I want you to check for me, if you say 54 plus 24 plus 240 plus 150 less 144 less 216 less 6, does it give me 79,500?
No.
What does it give you?
49,500.
Are you sure? It sounds like you're short at 30. Did you put the 30,000 in
150,000.
for the carriage? Yeah, so is it 240 or 210 with you?
Oh, I have to.
Yeah, that's why. So it works out the same. But let's say it did not work out the same. That's where trading stock deficit and trading stock surplus would come in. Because this was my final stock take. So if my balance before that stock take is not the same as the stock take, I know something is missing or something is surplus. Can you see why this is a more accurate method? How much will go to the trading account for cost of sales? Anybody?
Why didn't you include the drawings?
Because I was stupid. I'm supposed to include drawings. Thank you for being more awake than me. 900. Thank you, baby. Okay. Sorry, guys. Drawings must also go there. What is the cost of sales? Okay, got it. What is the sales? Sales would be the same as the one in perpetual. And you can actually now go with periodic, and if you calculate cost of sales, you'll also get 357,600. But how do they calculate cost of sales? They say 54 plus 3 plus 30 less 79. Can you see it's also going to give me in the end, what was that? 357,600.